Hi, I am back. Okay, and what something reminded me of this just a few moments ago. So this is just fresh on my mind right now. Whenever I did read your email and I did look through a few things. It's a lot of you guys that want to know more information about the ear ringing and things like that, about what it means, the frequency, all of that. And just to let you guys know, I'm still learning too as far as everything goes. Like, I'm not that person that'll be like, I know everything, because I don't. I'm not all knowing, so I'll have to learn. And what I learn, I will come on here with God's permission, and I will give you guys the answers as it pertains to whatever subject He want me to talk about. But yes, the ringing in your left ear, I did get some new information, but I know as far as frequency go, that it depends on the type of spell that's being used. The frequency can differ with the type of spell that is being used. Because remember when I told you guys that I had a ringing in my left ear, and the one time it sounded like a helicopter a little bit, but it was still a ring, but it sounded like a helicopter, like a. And then I had another ring where it was just a different frequency, and that's when God was telling me that they did a separation spell. So it can depend on what kind of spell that was being used, or it could depend on how close something demonic is to you. I know that when something was close to me, a lot of times the frequency would be louder. The sound would be louder. It would be a louder pitch, a louder tone. And sometimes the tone is just not as intense, or is not as loud. It can also indicate whether somebody has a high ranking or not, like the witch or warlock that could be doing the spell work. It could determine their ranking. It could be a lower level witch, or it could be like somebody that's in the middle. This ain't their first rodeo, but they ain't experts yet. It could represent that with the frequency. One time it was a high level witch that or warlock that did attack me, and that was a time I told you guys that the frequency was super loud. It was so loud to where it felt like they was trying to burst my eardrum, right? So that indicated that they had some notches up under their belts and whatnot. But with the ringing in my right ear, I don't feel none of that. I don't hear any warfare prayers to pray, because usually when I get a ringing in my left ear, I'll start rebuking and I'll start praying, and I hear the Holy Spirit confirming and let me know what to rebuke and what to pray against. Sometimes I may hear them say rebuke the spirit of Jezebel. I may hear rebuke Jezebel. And it's crazy because I'm hearing the Holy Spirit tell me rebuke Jezebel, but they saying Jezebel ain't a spirit. How was I able to do that then? And it leave me alone. Right? It says a principality. I'm gonna look more into that stuff, by the way, because I I can't, okay? I know that stuff it's in certain people, and be the same type of spirit too, with the same type of stuff, except it just have certain rankings. Some of them don't have as high ranking as the other one may have. But yeah, a lot of times I would hear to pray against the altar. I would hear pray against the demonic altar. I pray against the altar. And a lot of times the ringing will stop. Most times the ringing stops. Like, it does not keep going. And like I said, when I hear ringing in my right ear, I feel more calmness, more peace. I may get ministered to by angels or by Jesus. I may hear the Holy Spirit saying something to me. I just feel warmth or something like that. I don't get no bad vibes at all. But with that left side, it's always time to fight. It's time to pray. It's time to do whatever I need to do, because I don't want that stuff nowhere near me, first and foremost. But yeah, you guys want to know about more of that, I'm definitely gonna look more into it. And as God teach me, as Jesus teaches me, I will come and teach you all about what I'm learning with his permission. But yes, usually the frequency has to do with the spell that's being used, the ranking of the demons, the rankings of the demons, or the rankings of the witches and warlocks, or the frequency I have to do with, like, how close it is, like how close it is to you. But if it's loud, yeah, that's not good. If it's super loud, that means it got close to you, or it's a high level witch. But either way, this warfare. So you need to come up with certain stuff to combat warfare when you know you're gonna have to fight, because I hear it every day. Like, I hear ringing in my ear every day. And I want to let y'all know this. I didn't hear this stuff at all before I went through spell work. Like, it's like that spell work stuff activated my gifts or something, because ever since then, I've still been hearing like ringing and things like that. It's like it activated my gifts. Now I know what it is. Because I didn't, when I was under the spell, I would hear the ringing in my left ear. I would hear that ringing in my left ear, but I never really heard it in my right when I was under the spell. So I had to learn what this stuff was. I had to come to a certain space in my mind where I'm like, okay, well, you know, this ain't the same. This isn't like when I was under the spell, but it is. It's very similar. So now I have to put this stuff together and see what it means. And also, you know, God, like I said, God could be warning you about something, as far as don't watch something. He'll be, you know, sometimes whenever my left ear will ring, he'll be checking me on a thought or something. Like, if I have a certain thought, my left ear will ring. Then it'll snap me, because I'm used to praying whenever I hear that, right? So if I go to have a negative thought, my left ear ring, that's keeping me straight. That's what God do. It'll keep you straight on the straight path. So he even checked me about that. So it could be a variety of different things, and variety of different reasons as to why your ears is ringing. But if you've gone to the doctor and, you know, they may have diagnosed you with something, I would look more into it. But like I said, I never experienced, like, I used to hear about people saying that their ears was ringing when I was a teenager, but I didn't know what they was talking about. Like, I had never had my ears ring. My ears had never rung as long as I had known, because I didn't even know what these people was talking about. But like I said, I feel like when they did the spell work, it activated a lot of my gifts and my discernment and stuff. So I got to keep that, right? You know, when the enemy attack you, sometimes he leaves stuff and you can keep it. You know, you can actually keep some of the stuff he left whenever he attacks you. So keep that in mind. You know, it just opened up a whole new can of worms for me. I'm like, okay, well, now I know what this mean. I know what that mean. I know what to look out for. Like, I know this is not good, because every time when I was under the spell and I would hear that, it was always an attack. It was always some form of attack. But the difference is that while I was under the spell, I was in a weakened state. I was very, very weak, and I didn't know anything. I didn't know much of anything to know how to fight back. I didn't know how to do any of that. So now I know how to fight. I know how to fight back, and I know what to do just in case something does get out of hand. But now that I know, yeah. But the more I learn, I will update you guys, because I forgot the other question that you had about that. I didn't really, I didn't bring my, I didn't do too much. I said I was gonna write some stuff down. I said I was gonna write some stuff down, and maybe I'll get a chance to come back and talk about some stuff a little more as I go through my walk and my journey. Also, I will never say that I know everything. So y'all ain't got to worry about me thinking I know everything or nothing, because I don't, okay? I'm learning, all right? I always say I'm learning. I love to learn. I told y'all we're going to learn a lot this year. This is one of those years where God and Jesus, Holy Spirit, his angels going to be ministering to us. We are going to learn a whole lot of stuff, like a whole lot of stuff. I feel like that's what December was preparation for. So hope y'all got y'all notebooks. I got paper, everything ready. I'm ready to write stuff down. I'm ready to figure out a lot of stuff so I can come back and tell you guys. Okay. All right. I love you guys. I hope this helps. Take care. Bye.